Oh, can't even see. Morning, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, Kathy's here with me. Sorry, a bit late with getting online live stream this morning, but good morning, Adelaide. Morning, South Australia. Morning, Australia. Morning, Lions International. It's me and Kathy here. We're from the City of Adelaide Lions Club on our walk for the Lions Get Active program. We're back at Victoria Park Racecourse. We're right on the very edge of it, outside the classic way of it. Oh, excuse me. But we're off and running. We're a little bit late. If you caught me online during the week, I did mention that I was going to start today's walk at 8:30. We did start at 8:30, but we just got chatting. So there was just the two of us here. But we got going at 8:30. Just started the live stream here a bit late, so I apologise for that. But we're off and running, and we're having a good chat as we go. So a few things that we'll go through today. I'm going to ask Kathy a couple of questions as we go. Our video may not be as long, but it's all good. I hope you've had a good week just this week. I know people got messages that we moved our walk this morning back to Victoria Park. But it's a bit cold today here at Adelaide. We're rugged up, but there's heaps of people here at Victoria Park. Heaps of people walking, heaps of people running. There's mums with prams. No babies in them, but there's prams. No, they've got their kids with them. There are kids with bikes. Even saw someone with a remote control plane in the air. So there's lots of activity here in Adelaide. So I thought we would. Now we're getting a bit cold. My eyes are starting to get a bit watery, so I'll you have to bear with me for a second. But yeah, there's lots of activity here in Victoria Park Racecourse this morning here in Adelaide. Like I said, it's a bit cool, a bit cloudy. They're forecasting rain later on today, so hopefully we'll miss that. But it's good to see people out here. And now that we're back here at Victoria Park Racecourse, I'm sure we'll get more people joining us with our walks. I know from a Lions point of view, we've got our Lions Club leadership training for each of the clubs on the Savo, so I know that would affect a few of our City of Adelaide Lions coming up with us this morning. But I'm just going to have a look at the camera. Blaine, how are you? We are walking for, we're not raising any money. Excuse me, I'm just dribbling here. Blaine, we are the City of Adelaide Lions Club. We're just doing an activity, a program called the Lions Get Active. And this is raising awareness about diabetes and well-being. And so as Lions, we're just getting out and getting our exercise on. And so we're doing this in the city because this is part of the City of Adelaide region, the council area. We're from the City of Adelaide Lions, lots of Lions clubs across Adelaide. So yeah, we're just doing our bit to raise awareness about diabetes and our own well-being of everyone. So thanks for joining us, mate. If you've got any questions, throw them our way, happy to answer. Anything else? This gives us an opportunity to talk about Lions and people asking questions about Lions. Coda, how are you, buddy? And so I'm just using this platform to spruik what Lions do. Hey Val, back again from last week, beautiful. So I'm just using this opportunity to spread the word of what Lions do, especially what our club does, what the district does, because one of the things that Lions needs to get better at as an association is how we promote ourselves and do the PR thing of getting our name out there and what we achieve. So we're just doing our little bit to get that out there. So thanks for joining us, buddy. Thanks for joining us, Val. Uncle Billy, how are you? Trying to read what you've written there. We will have a great day, hope you do as well. So a few things to share. I don't mind sharing, starting off the walk with a joke. And so today's joke is going to be very simple. Adelaide Crows. My goodness, if you saw that game last night and you're a Crow supporter, my goodness. But hey, all credit when credit's due. Port were way better.
Yay!
Brady, how are you, mate? The Power were far better. Skills were better in the wet. Better decision making. They were by far the better team. The Crows looked second rate, third rate, fourth rate. Couldn't make a good decision. Even the experienced players were making mistakes. And it was horrible to watch if you're a Crow supporter. But if you're a Port supporter, you deserve that win. You played far better. So the good thing about Lions, for anyone that doesn't know, is that we don't have a political bias. We do not have a religious bias. We're non-religious. non-political, but man, we can still support our teams and give them hell. So that's the only biases that we've got within our own association. Blaine, what have we got? From Canada.
Oh,
Blaine, marvellous for you to join us, mate, from Canada. That's brilliant. What's the weather like there? You guys obviously just turning into summer there, so that's awesome, man. So today what I thought we'd talk about is having Kathy with me is highly... Morning, Evelyn. Yeah, I knew you'd be online to give me stick. So I thought, given the fact that yesterday we had our day one of club leadership training, the district runs training for the new leaders coming into the new Lions year. A Lions year runs with the financial year. So when July comes in, most of the clubs, or all the clubs will go through their handover lunches or dinners, whatever they organise, and they thank the previous office bearers from last year, and they welcome in the new office bearers for next year. And so any new leaders such as presidents, vice presidents, secretaries, treasurers or membership chairpersons, it's their day to come along and learn how to do that role, especially if it's the first time doing it. But we have plenty of Lions come along that have done those roles for a number of years to still come along and see what else they can learn. And so we've got a few members from the City of Adelaide Lions Club that are coming along who aren't in those positions yet, but we're getting our transition plans up and running, or succession plans up and running, and we've invited a few of our members to also attend the day's training. So Kath is going to be one of those people, which is fantastic. Kath isn't intending to take on those positions yet, but she's at least expressed an interest that she'd like to do it maybe in the next year or 2 or 3 times. So that is fantastic that Kath has wanted to do it. And so Kath has been walking. She came on our first couple of walks that we did for this program way back in March. So we got a chance to know a little bit of her then, and she tells us about why she joined then. But the question I want to ask Kath is, doing this training later today will be day 2. It's exactly the same information we did yesterday. But Kath, doing the training today, what are you looking forward to hopefully getting out of the day?
well, learning a little bit more about what it is to be a leader in Lions.
Yep.
And the procedures and responsibilities.
Mum and Dad, how are you?
And the thing is, having a newly retiree, I've not ever had enough time to do these things. So next year, hopefully, after I've settled myself in my new home, I will get more involved.
Beautiful.
Because I don't have a lot of things on my plate, because I've just finished working for 54 years, so hasn't been much time for anything except work.
Yeah.
Now it's all different.
Time is on the hands. Katha's wealth of experience from her professional world is going to be valuable to our Lions Club. We know that Kath has joined for various reasons, but knowing that her background in business is obviously going to be hugely valuable. So we look forward to Kath taking on leadership when she's able to. That's definitely the one thing that we're proud of from the City of Adelaide Lions point of view, and I think Lions point of view overall, is we don't try and rush people into anything. We want to make sure that people feel ready to take on other roles. So we're more than happy to be patient and wait for people to be ready. And so we know that Kathy will be happy to do some stuff when she can. Kathy's amazingly valuable with our club anyway. She's got involved with our barbecues.
Yes, missing those.
Yeah.
Missing those.
It'd be nice to get back out and do those again. So Kathy's been instrumental with getting our Lions van stocked and ready and stock taped back up to a good point. I used to do it for a while, but it sort of got behind a little bit. Sounds good. But Kathy and one of our other members have taken that on, and that was their first step into a bit more responsibility within our club, which was hugely appreciated. Stopped obviously with all the COVID stuff, but we'll get back into it. We'll get back onto those barbecues, which we're really missing actually.
Yes.
It'd be really nice to get back out there and serve the community the way we used to. We've done a couple of things to keep serving in some way. It'd be nice to get back out there and do a few more things. So yeah, so Kathy is an avid walker. We were just talking about that before. It's one of the reasons why we were late getting online. But in terms of this program, I hope you've had a chance to see Dr. Miyuki's webinar special called Blinded by Sugar. Obviously it's all about diabetes and the amount of sugar in our diets that we consume in our lifestyles, well, with our lifestyles. So I hope you've had a chance to see that. If you've got any questions or anything you want to bring up here online with us, please do, happy to chat about it. But if you haven't seen it, please do. You should be able to find it on YouTube. If you can't find it there, you can find it on our City of Adelaide Lions Club Facebook page, which is obviously where we are now. I don't know if I've said it before, I'm sure I have. For those who aren't on Facebook, which is useless in this circumstance here, but we can spread the word anyway, we've actually got a YouTube channel as well for our club. So for all of you that follow me here, really appreciate that you do follow. You can spread the word that we've got these videos on Facebook, but we also have them on our YouTube channel as well. So we've also got videos from our Cubs Club president and vice president, and they're trying to do marvellous work with their restrictions in their Cubs Club as well. So if you get the chance, have a look at our YouTube channel and check out what they're doing too. They're really looking forward to getting back together with their Cubs. Next term, we'll get the program up and running again next term, actually at their school. So, morning mum or dad, I don't know if that's you, dad or mum, but Lynn, how are you?
Oh,
You should be out here joining us.
It's cold.
It is a bit cold. Chucky, how are you, buddy?
Got the flannelette shirt on.
Oh mate, I almost feel like I've got thermals on. That probably would have been a better idea. Chucky, how are you, mate? I hope you're still able to get your walk in. I know you started off well, buddy. I haven't seen you in ages at work yet. I don't know where you've been. Maybe you've been away or sick or something, or on holidays, I don't know. But good to see you online, mate. So yeah, so check out those things on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. We're back at Victoria Park, so we'll be here probably for the next month, I reckon. And then I'm going to take suggestions from either the guys that walk with me, such as Kathy or Lynn or those regulars. And I'm thinking that we might take it further into the city maybe. We might go along Rundle Mall or along the River Torrens. We'll try and find some other places maybe. Yeah, but just to get back into the swing of things, we'll stay here at Victoria Park just to say the next 4 weeks, or so this week plus another 3 weeks. That way everyone knows where we are, get into a groove again. So I want to see as many people come out as possible. This program is not a fundraiser. I meant to say that earlier, Blair. Donna, how are you? I know those kids of yours are breeding kids too. How are you? Donna I knew from years ago, and their kids, I used to coach in trampolining, so happy marriages and births to both Reese and Aslan. They look like they're doing really, really well on Facebook, the photos I'm seeing. So Donna, how are you? It's great to see you. I hope Mark's doing well. What was I saying? This program that we're running, Scotty, how are you, buddy? This program that we're running is not a fundraiser, Blair, if you're still with me. It is purely an activity to raise awareness. We are physically getting out there, and I just want Lions to be seen out there as to trying to help and provide an option for those that might be managing diabetes if they've got it, or for people like us who want to prevent getting diabetes. We're just trying to serve or provide an option, an exercising option for those who have either got it or want to prevent it. So it's nice and simple. We could obviously make this into a fundraiser if we wanted to. There's a club out at Port Augusta that we're really close with. They run a fundraising walk for diabetes called Strides. So we could quite easily turn this into a fundraiser if we want. For the moment, we're just purely keeping it as a simple activity. We are physically ourselves getting out there and walking. But I encourage anyone, if you're a jogger, come out and jog. If you like to bike it, get out and cycle. We've had members come out and roller skate, blade, get on their scooters, and there's plenty of people here at Victoria Park actually who are on bikes, they're on skates, which is fantastic to see. Gail, how are you again, my dear? So yeah, so if you have the inkling to just get a bit of exercise into your week or into your day, come and join us on a Sunday morning. Today I had to start it a little bit earlier than normal because I've got another Lions function this morning that I need to be at, and I wanted to make sure I was going to be there on time. But normally it's like 9 o'clock. So next week we're going to watch out for this bike here. So next week we'll take it back to a 9 o'clock start. So for any of you that have been following me for a while or following our club for a while, come on out. Don't follow. It's great to know that you like what we're doing, but I'd rather see people come out and join us. So
nice. Good fun. Get you out of bed.
Absolutely.
Gets the old blood circulating.
Yeah.
Like my doctor says, move it or lose it.
Absolutely. So come and join us. There's heaps of people out there. If I turn the camera right, I'm going to see what Scotty's written to me I want to see Andrew on skates next week. Lil, how are you, buddy? Ian, how are you, mate?
Oh, that's Lynn that does that, isn't it? Lynn?
Jen, it was at one time. I'll see what I can do. I have wanted to rollerblade for a while.
Ooh.
Doing the video and rollerblading, now that would take a skill and a bit of practice, so we'll see how I go with that. Maybe better off putting the camera on a dog and let it run behind us or to the side of us. We'll see, yeah, we'll see what we can do about that, Mr. Dalglish. So yeah, so Cathy's an avid walker. She was just telling me that she used to walk Ks and she regularly gets out and does 7 to 8 Ks a day, which is just marvellous. So we know Cathy's doing her bit to be healthy and do what she can.
It's called not having a life. No, it's all good.
It's all good. It's about having that bit of a lifestyle where you get out there on a regular basis. As I've promoted probably on this live stream before, when it comes to exercise, consistency is the key. You need to make sure that you're eating well as well. Like a balanced diet, you know, have your treats, but make sure everything's well balanced, everything in moderation. All those buzz phrases. And
I think you only have to do
thanks, Scotty.
between 20 and 30 minutes, 3 or 4 days a week. That's enough.
Yep.
You don't need to do what I do.
No, exactly. But you might be able to work up to that point where if you've got the time. And so, again, this is for Blaine's benefit if you're still online, mate. We've chosen this spot here in Adelaide because there's a nice straight as well as the rest of the course. So if we just took the normal track around here, which is actually part of the Adelaide used to be Adelaide Grand Prix, but now it's the V8s. It's a nice kilometre. It's pretty close to a kilometre. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Lil. It's a pretty good kilometre, but we've provided it here because there's the tarmac, there's the grass. So we're trying to cater for as many people as possible. If you know that you can only walk, say, up and down the street, up and down the straight, that's fine. Let's just start with that because I want to encourage people to come on out. This is not to restrict people based on your ability or your mobility. I want as many people out as possible, and I know this will take time with it just being Cathy and me today. But when you look at all the people here at Victoria Park, I really encourage for people to come along.
There's a training group over there.
Yeah, there's a training group over here. I've seen a couple of Adelaide United players come out and train here before. So yeah, so I want to encourage people to come on out. I'm glad that you follow me online, but let's take it to the next step if you can. Come on out and join us. We're only out here for half an hour. Cathy can walk far longer, but we usually only go for about half an hour if that's as far as you can go. And then, but yeah, Cathy will go this afternoon. What I usually do is that I'll do what I do on live streaming here, and then we might go and do another lap afterwards offline. So there are all those options. So please do not feel that this is here to restrict anyone. Come along and do what you can. Get social with us. If you want to have a chat about lines, come and have a chat about lines. We can help you with that. If that then wants to maybe, you might want to take that then further to join, then there's not option 2. But there's no obligation on anyone coming along, having a walk with us, whether you are a current Lion from the City of Adelaide Lions Club or if you're from any of the other Lions clubs, come out and join me. Come out and join us.
And there's usually a coffee afterwards, depending on who's hanging around.
There's a cafe just here if you want to sit around.
One there and one there.
Yeah. So we're trying to make this a social event as well. Come on out and join us just to support what we're doing. It's purely about getting awareness out there about diabetes. I've talked more about actual diabetes before, but I won't do too much today. It's all about just your wellness, your well-being, being physically active, being mentally active and stimulated, and all the benefits that come from that from being social. Again, now restrictions here in Adelaide are lifting. Restaurants are opening up with more numbers. Again, if you watched the footy last night or over this weekend, there are crowds back, limited crowds, but they're back. So the restrictions are starting to lift. So thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yes. Hello. Bye. Bonjour.
Bonjour, à Wiedersehen.
Depending on where you are.
And if you're from Canada, goodbye.
Yes.
So thanks for joining us wherever you are. I do appreciate the following that we get from England with my Uncle Billy and Val. I know my cousin sometimes watches, my folks here in Adelaide watch as well. We get some support from New South Wales, Victoria, from various places. This program is getting followed by a number of people all over the world as well, and Australia. So it's much appreciated that you do join in. If you can't physically join us, I hope you're getting your exercise somewhere, like I was saying there with Chuck. I know he's been getting some exercise with his family for his own benefit, so he does that in his own time. So even if this program that we're running even just motivates you a little bit to get off the couch to exercise in your own time, then that's fantastic and we applaud you for that. So fantastic if you are. We hope that you're just getting off and getting your exercise in somehow, some way. Like I say, if you get the chance to watch that documentary, that webinar from Dr. Muki, Australian of the Year from last year, if you watch that documentary called Blinded by Sugar, it'll really open your eyes as to how much of a detriment diabetes does and has an effect on your body. Absolute small things that we take for granted when you're able can be completely severely affected by diabetes, and unfortunately diabetes is you can't reverse it. You can sort of slow it down, but once you get it, you've always got it. So even if that's one thing you learn from what we're doing here, then that's a good thing. And if that inspires you and motivates you to prevent it, then again, get out there, get some exercise, join us on a Sunday morning. Heaps of people here at Victoria Park doing the same thing. So diabetes is one of those horrible diseases that can have a massive effect on your body.
My brother's just been diagnosed.
And there you go.
My younger brother, who's a good 10 years younger than me, is fit and well, but he's been diagnosed with very low diabetes, but
Yeah.
he walks every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
So,
And that does help.
yeah, so all we can do is our bit to try and prevent it. Obviously, if you've got any concerns, go and see your health professionals, your GP and specialists. We're just doing our bit to try and prevent it as much as we can. But like I say, we're here as a purely exercise option for those who do have it. A couple of our members from the City of Adelaide Lions Club has diabetes, so hopefully this might be an option for them just to get out and do some exercise and just hopefully help and support to increase their mobility. It's just hopefully a step in the right direction. So we're just an option. We're not health professionals by any means. We only know what we know from what we read. We're not experts in the area, but if you do come out and join us and you've got diabetes, please make sure that you're okay to do the exercise that we're doing. We don't want to put anyone at risk or anything like that. So if you're in that situation, we are here purely as a mechanism to support you and to help you manage the situation that you're in. But yeah, I reckon we'll leave it at that. Thank you for joining us this morning. I think I've rambled on enough.
Oh, you've done well.
We've both done well. We've got day 2 of club leadership training. So if you're a Lion out there and you're interested in getting into leadership positions in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, these sort of training days are highly valuable. And I'll put it out there just now, if you are interested in leadership and you miss out on today's training, they obviously happen every year, but there's online courses you can do on the Lions International website. There's a page called the Resource Centre, and that's got some online training there for leaders and all the different positions within Lions. So if for some reason you're missing today's training, there's always an option of doing training online, and it just gives you a leg up as to what to expect with other training. Some of it is quite logical if you've done leadership stuff before, but if you've not done any leadership stuff before, there's some really, really useful stuff. So we've got that on at 10 o'clock this morning. So when we're finished here, we'll part ways, but I'll see Kathy back online. We're doing it via Zoom this time around, and it worked really well yesterday for the first time, and we look forward to doing that again. So if you're a Lion and you've got training on, I'll see you there. If you're not a Lion yet and you're interested, send me a private message on Facebook anytime. If you've got my number, give me a call or send me a text. You've got Lion Kathy here, you can always give a call, get in contact with, and that way you can get her perspective on being a Lion as well. My perspective is different from her, only because I've been in it longer. But Kathy's more than enjoyed it, which we really appreciate. And
It's been good.
yeah, and she's got her own family, or her own friends, family that are joining along, so it's just a good family atmosphere in our club. So thank you for joining us this morning. Cloudy day, we're going to head off this way. I don't know how far we've gone, probably gone 3Ks this morning.
We've done our 40 minutes.
We've definitely done our 40 minutes. So yeah, come along and join us next week. Oh, as I'm tearing up in the weather with the coldness. Come and join us next week. We'll be back here at Victoria Park next week. Kathy and I will be here. Hopefully there'll be some more of our Lions Club members here. Come along and join us, say hello, get your exercise on, 30 minutes, done and dusted. Then you've got the rest of the day to feel good and enjoy your day. So thank you for joining us this morning. I hope you have a good Sunday. I'll see some of my workmates on Wednesday. I've got a bit of training on. But I hope you have a good Sunday. I hope you have a good week. If you've got any questions, send them through and we'll talk about it next week. Thank you, Adelaide. Thank you, Blaine in Canada. Thank you for my folks. Thank you for the guys at my uncle in England for joining me this morning. Maybe their afternoon over there. Thank you for joining us online. Have a great Sunday, and we'll see you next week.